It is a misconception that villa bookings come from top tier cities only.
अगर हिंदी में बोलूँ तो मार्केट अभी जम गया है. I think the time is ripe now.
Where the hotel industry was 20 years ago, that is the same place where the villa industry is today.
Per booking, it's double, at times triple of what they earn in a hotel booking.
Hello and welcome to Quests.travel. I am Gauri Singh and today I'm joined by Siddharth and Rishabh Doshi, the managing directors of Classic Holidays, who are here today to talk about their new venture, Xclusive Villas. Hi Siddharth and Rishabh, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi.
You've positioned Xclusive as a luxury B2B platform for villa bookings. But before villas, give us the scope of Classic Holidays today. How many agents are you transacting with across how many cities, and what has your business looked like post-COVID?
Classic Holidays obviously is now a 29-year-old firm, started by my father in 97. And over the years, a lot of agents have booked with us. The number has kept on growing. And obviously, it catapulted to a totally different level post-COVID for us. If I could put a number to it, I think there are more than 30,000 agents who have worked, at least 30,000 agents who work with us till date. And on a daily basis, we still keep on adding new agents when it comes to, even if they're booking a villa with us or a hotel or anything for that matter. The mother company obviously is Classic Holidays, and is having the brand of Xclusive Villas that is now dedicatedly trying to push the villa vertical to all our B2B partners. That's the idea behind this.
What really interests me about the timing of this launch is the fact that villa growth has been picking up for the past 3 years post-COVID anyways. What made you specifically ready in 2026 for this? Was it the kind of supply you're seeing, your network of agents? Do you have the right technology now?
I think the supply was pretty good during COVID also. It's obviously increased a lot now. The technology also, the basic technology is still the same. So I don't think there's a jump in technology or a jump in supply that has led us to do this. I think the biggest jump is the market. Now we are ready to launch because the market is ready. I think 4 years back, there was good demand, but the demand was not such and people were not that used to it that people would book it online.
Yeah, I see that.
But now is the time. Now अगर हिंदी में बोलूँ तो market अभी जम गया है. I think the time is ripe now for a website launch for villas.
I think that is what brings me to my next question. Like you said, Classic has spent years maturing the hotel side of the business, but villas is something that's still relatively new to the market. So how are you exactly training your agents or partners, as you call them, to provide this sort of experience that takes care of the entire journey? Because in hotels, once you check in, your service is taken care of by that very brand. But the villa market is still sort of on the precipice of that functioning. So how are you handling that awareness building and that training?
I think it's very important to build that awareness. As you said, what we have been doing specifically is, first of all, giving them the confidence. That's point number one. That if you book this villa, X villa, Y villa, your guests will have a good experience. To give them that confidence is very important. Once they do it, 2 times they do it, then they have enough confidence. Then you don't need to tell them again and again. But that first 2 times, 1 time, 2 times, that is the most crucial thing. So to give them the confidence that this villa will give you your guest an experience that is on par, if not better, of a hotel. I think that is the major point. That was number one. Number two, after they book with us, we can't then, it's not in our DNA to just take the booking and then let the agent go and you can fend for yourself. That's not what we do. We actually get them connected to the villa team. Any requirement they have, it might be as small as a floating breakfast or something like a barbecue or any celebration they want to do, any birthday decorations, if they're going for a birthday celebration, we get them connected to the villa team so they can do that. Such personalized service, I think, is only possible in a villa. I don't see a hotel, if you go for your birthday to a hotel, they are not going to decorate the banquet for you.
Yeah.
No chance. Probably the best they'll do is do some bed decoration. That's it. But to decorate the entire villa, to get special services like barbecue, floating breakfast, these things are not possible in hotels. These kind of personalized services and to communicate that to the agent, who will then communicate to the guest. I think that is also one part that we have played.
I also want to understand what's in it for the agents directly commission-wise, and what would be the difference of the commission that they would be making for a villa booking in comparison to a hotel?
First of all, it's more lucrative. Right off the bat, I would like to say that it's much, much, much more lucrative. And people who have worked with us for the last 3-4 years since Xclusive Villas has been launched have attested to the fact that the margins, at the end of the day, everyone's in it to earn money. Nobody's doing charity. Not me, not my travel partners. So they have accepted the fact that there are much better margins in villas. And the commissions that we offer for any of the villa partner company that we deal with, 4 or 5 of the biggest ones we deal with in India, they are all so lucrative that it is, I would say, per booking, like it could obviously go up and down, but per booking, it's double, at times triple of what they earn in a hotel booking.
That's really impressive.
Obviously, the number of bookings in villas are lower right now because obviously you can't compare the hotel market to the villa market. The villa market is a fraction of the hotel market. Right?
Yeah, totally.
So, but per booking, the margin is much better than a hotel.
And also, is that commission structure similar across all your brands, or is it different for something like a Saffron Stays versus a
It's different for each one. It's different for each one. But even the lowest one is giving double that of a hotel, generally.
Okay.
Even the lowest one. So 2x is the minimum of that same agent doing a same hotel booking in any part of the country. He'll probably earn double minimum.
That's a really impressive number. So, villa demand in India today is still pretty much centered around affluent travelers based in metropolitan cities who may be looking for like a long weekend getaway. So, someone from Mumbai who might be making booking for Lonavala, someone from Delhi going to any parts in and around Uttarakhand or Himachal. I want to understand, what does recurring demand look like in destinations like Udaipur or Srinagar, which are pretty famous holiday destinations, but they're not necessarily around a major metropolitan.
I think it is a misconception that villa bookings come from top tier cities only. If I could give you a number, if I'm not wrong, a good amount of our bookings come from cities like Jodhpur, partners from Jodhpur, partners from Raipur, Nagpur, Surat, Rajkot. So, and a lot of these bookings are big ticket bookings. So, it's a misconception that the affluent are centered around cities like Delhi or Bangalore or Mumbai. That might have been the case a few years ago, but it surely is not the case since the last 3-4 years, or maybe you can say after COVID. It's changed a lot for us, at least. Most of these clients that are coming from tier 2, tier 3 cities, they are the ones, I would say, who are looking for that change in their in the way that they want to travel and where they want to travel. I think they've been to all the luxury hotels in India, probably even outside India. But now I think they are the ones calling up our partners and asking them कि यार कुछ नया बताओ, ये सब तो हो गया है. And that's where we come in.
I see how that makes sense. In your brief, you've also repeatedly emphasized curation. So the brands that you've onboarded, they're also doing curation to a certain extent. What is it about your curation that's different from them? And what does your selection process look like for any brand? And has there been any incident where you've rejected a brand or an independent villa within that brand?
We are actually from the very start of Xclusive Villas, Rishabh and I were very aligned on the fact that we only want to partner with known and trusted brands because, as you said, or as you alluded to, people are anyway not very, they didn't have a positive view of villas in the past. So we wanted to change that. So we wanted to give them options which is as good, if not better than a hotel. So we were very, very caught up on the fact that we will only partner with known brands, reliable brands. So that is what we did. And as far as the customization, I spoke about it earlier. We are a conduit. We actually pass on the information that the travel partner or the client would not know. There are many services in a villa that he can avail of, the guest can avail of, which he probably doesn't know of. As I mentioned earlier, it could be as small as a floating breakfast, a barbecue, birthday celebrations, decorations. All these informations are passed by us, which was earlier not being done. People were not aware. Earlier, people only thought that villa is a good way to save money. It's a budget option. But that is no longer the case. People actually take really high-end villas and actually spend a good amount of money apart from the booking amount on extras. So that is one place that we factor in about telling this information to the guests. And one more thing that we play a role in is that, as I said, 99% of our bookings probably never have issues since we partner with such trusted brands. But if there could be some issues. I think it is always better if you have your travel consolidator, Xclusive Villas in this case, handy with you. Because when the guest is there, you don't want to dial on some toll-free number and wait for 15 minutes for someone to pick up your phone when your guest is suffering there. But the more reliable thing would obviously was always that you know that person through whom you booked, and you can instantly call them or call the team, and we can immediately get onto it and try to resolve the issue.
On the point of curation, I think one line would sum it up for me is earlier villas were sold as a commodity. I think it's high time we start selling them as an experience now. That is what we want to curate for our partners and in turn for their clients.
Yeah. So the point that you left off on is where I want to build my next question. So villas in India, there are still so many issues with them. Sometimes maybe the photo doesn't match the official listing, or the owner also can just back out at the last minute. So what is the stake of your accountability as a B2B distributor when it comes to fixing something that goes wrong? And how are you saving your agent's reputation with their client in case the villa doesn't match their expectations? What is the extent of that responsibility?
One of the biggest roles that we play is when those 1 in 100 case or 1 in 200 cases when there's an issue on the ground at the villa, that actually shows our true quality, and that shows our place in the villa industry, that we can really get them connected to the right people on ground, the right people in the offices, in the villa company office, and get the issue resolved ASAP. Because the guest, obviously, if he doesn't have a good experience there, it takes a lot of time for. We have to understand that our travel partner, it takes years for him to build that client.
Yeah.
It's years of hard work, picking up his calls at odd hours. That is how he makes a good client.
Yeah.
And it takes few minutes for you to lose that client. I think if you understand that and you have empathy and you put yourself in the agent's travel partner's shoes, I think that is what we are capable of, and that is why people keep booking through us. One is obviously the price, no doubt about that. But secondly, the fact that we keep helping them in such situations, although they are very rare, I think that sets us apart from the others.
Is there any specific instance or example where you've had to step in to resolve an issue?
There have been a few, there's no doubt about it. And it's not all, not a bed of roses always, every day.
Completely.
But there was a case in the recent past where I think one of the guests, he entered the villa and I think he said the photos on the villa website, what he saw, what was shown to him, and what was not, what was in reality, was completely different. So obviously the team got into action mode then itself, and I think as far as I remember, we shifted those clients to something else in the vicinity, and I think they were happy. At least they didn't call the partner and the partner didn't call us, so I think I think they were happy.
Do you think eventually maybe you will onboard independent villa owners, or is this strictly just going to be brand led?
It's a good question. We've honestly not thought about it. As I told you earlier some time back, that we are in the initial phase, we are only partnering with known branded villas. But probably we should never say never. As of now, no, but probably in the near future.
I also want to understand the terms of your rate parity. Like, is there any contractual agreement that you've entered with your partner brands that ensures that the rate that an agent will get coming to you is going to be better or similar to the rate that they would get on the direct website? And is that also inclusive of the kind of personal discounts and promotions that they would be running on their own platform?
No doubt about it. So any promotion, any coupon running on the website, they are going to get a better rate than us. So much so that our rate, and we also give enough scope and enough margin for our travel partner to keep his own margin, and still it is cheaper than the brand website rating. So that is the flexibility, that is the rock bottom rates that we provide, that despite there being two people in the picture, me and the travel partner, the client still gets such a good deal that he's ready to book it through.
See, these villa companies that we are working with, we have to understand one thing, that it's not only about one transaction that we are going to do with them. They understand the meaning of volumes that we are providing with them, right? They can focus on the other side of business, okay, the direct consumers, the corporates maybe, okay, and we are here to take care of your B2B side of business, because I don't think any company will have the bandwidth to cater to this B2B market alone, right? We have this because we've been doing this since what, 30 years now, 29 years now. We just had to leverage what we were doing with hotels to villas, and it just makes it easier also for them. That's all.
So to wrap this up, I just want to understand from you guys, after a year of the Exclusive Villas launch, what is that one metric that would define your success?
Probably at the day when one of our travel partner tells us, Siddharth bhai, आपकी website पे book कर दिया, without calling me or without calling my team. I think that will be the biggest measure of success.
I think on a Monday morning when I go to office, uh, the first call or the first transaction should be that of a villa booking, and that is the day we feel that we've arrived with Exclusive Villas. And it should not be of a hotel. Not that I'm complaining, but it should. If you're asking me what is the success metric, I think this would be it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Thank you, Siddharth and Rishabh, for joining me in this conversation. Anything that you would like to leave our viewers with before we wrap this up?
I think where the hotel industry was 20 years ago, that is the same place where the villa industry is today. So probably we've got the first movers advantage, and we're just trying to push this website and trying to instill as much confidence into our partners that the freedom that they book a hotel with, I think that's the same freedom they should book a villa with. That's all.
That was really insightful. I'm excited to see where Exclusive goes and maybe what that changes about India's villas market. Thank you, Siddharth and Rishabh, again for joining us, and all the best.